It's going great again. I did a test run. And it is... This one is working. Now I hope when somebody follows and... But why is the other one not working? The fallen hairs, come on. Sound alerts. Why? Property, and it's all the same. Event list, fallen hair, sound. Oh, why are you? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now I will... Damn! Welcome to this very big pro stream night. All my technicians are working perfectly, non-stop. So I can enjoy my coffee and a little bit of painting. Welcome everybody, and I'll switch to my stream manager just because then I can watch the whole stream, my whole chat a little bit better. Welcome. It is, as you can see, Scaretober in my little corner of the internet. This year I am not going to paint my Bone Sylvanians. I am going to paint one little figure. And I do need coffee. I am painting Nagash, the Games Workshop. If you had not seen it yet, this is the one. A little mini that I literally am scared of to paint. Today I have been working on two things. What you see around me, the new layout, the new whatever you want to call it for Scaretober. I have been working on a digital mock-up for the colors of this mini. Today I am probably going to work on this. Oh, let's do it a little bit higher. And I'm going to work on this part probably, and a little bit on the bones parts that he has, as it is a Lord of the Undead, sorry, Supreme Lord of the Undead. I will also do a little bit of work on that. I have been working on his base for so far already. It's a small base. I have added some stuff. The white lines are of course the parts where this will be attached later on. I did mainly do that so I can place the rest of the parts on the base. Nice big 3D printed skull. These are all some stones. And I have a few hands coming out of the ground, of course. This part is also part of the original Nagash. We are going to make him with a book and staff in hand. Where is the book? The book I have here. This is the mini I am small mini. This is the book he is going to hold. I going to paint it separately from the rest, as it is quite difficult to paint everything when you put it all together. But you could also give him a sword and a right hand where a ghost is coming out. Now, this is the ghost that normally comes out of his right hand. And I decided that right hand I am not going to use for anything. But that ghost, oh yeah, well, why not let him lurk on one of the tombstones. So I just cut it off, glued it on. I painted it green at first with some nice technical paint from Games Workshop. Woo! Yeah! Then I will have to do it manually again. I don't understand why it doesn't. Sorry, Carol, Muses Touch, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am very glad you are raiding me. But the one thing that should be happening, where is the raid?
Tactical nuke incoming!
That should be happening when you raid me. And that still does not work. Anywho, glad you are here, everybody. Mini Mommy, Muses Touch, Carol, Tetrician, hello. I am indeed. I am feeling better. That's the thing. And hello, Make Right. The couple of weeks I've been a little bit off. Mainly a belly ache with some radiant pains everywhere, and I had a fever. Nobody could find out what it was. Yeah, I had an bacterial infection somewhere, but yeah, no, it's not so much the whole audio, but that kind of alerts. The Streamlab alerts, they do not work somehow. I don't know why. If I test them, they work. And I did have one time that it did work. After that, never again. But okay, and I did a test run this afternoon because, well, you see it. I have a new layout for Scaretober. But good. But after almost 4 weeks, most of the pains are gone, my fever is gone, and now I only have the belly ache and a little bit of pain. Yeah, it's right there where my belly hits my upper legs, and now we are very at least my doctor is very confident that I have. I googled it, but there came a really strange translation out. The part where the muscle is attached to my bone, and that's in my belly, it's that's where probably the infection is. So I have painkillers because I do need to get moving, something I didn't do the last 4 weeks a lot, and now I can move again gently, and I hope in at least a week it will go better without the painkillers. And great news, you will get better with time. Yeah, keep painting and keep your mind off it. Well, with those painkillers, I can already see that it is going really great. I can go for short walks. Again, I have already contacted work about my situation that I will not be able to work full days, and that was no problem. I also do not have to do my own work. I have only to be there a few hours a day and instruct other people to how they have to do their work. So better living through chemistry. Yeah. Well, that's probably also part of it, because that I didn't do much. Also didn't move much because I was in pain. Then you go sit and lie down a lot. And then all the muscles, they get weak. So, yeah, sometimes I do not like painkillers. Absolutely not. But in this case, yeah, I'm very glad that they help right now. I can feel that every day it's going a little bit better. So yeah, I'm also in a good mood. I'm in a good mood for painting. I have been painting yesterday. I wanted to show some of those statues, but I've already stashed them away because everything is now Nagash. And this is the base I've been working on. This is his little base. Let's see if you have a normal mini. That is a normal 28 mini. 28 mini, yeah, this is a very old squad model. So, sorry, I have to say nowadays League of Votan model. A very old one, so it's not 28 millimeters. You go over there. So this is the base where he's going on, that I'm going to work on. One little thingy that I have made is this one. It almost looks like an LED light. It is not. But it is something before I had a 3D printer, I did a lot of resin pouring into molds. And somehow I had a half see-through transparent marble. And I just used a little bit of this great stuff. Technical, the Tesseract Glow. And I just, because it's not completely flat, it's a little bit concave, so I believe that is the right word, concave. I poured some in, let it dry. I've now sealed it with some varnish, so it will not rub off. And it gives a really great effect. So it's a nice magical thingy to distract from the little guy that is standing on top of it. And today I am going to mainly see if I can do something with all of this. The books I will paint later. That's, yeah, thank you, really cool. I wanted to do some an LED light under it, but it's already so bright. And it gives me also the chance to do a little bit of green OSL later on in the middle. The only biggest problem that I had, I tried to make better through alcohol here. Yeah, no problem. If you push the button, it should be working again. I have my bottle over here. So also I'm a painting alcoholic. So yeah, I'm going to paint the bone parts that I'm also trying to get some color on. That's not a very big deal. That's quite standard color, very dark brown, then slowly going to a yellowish brown and then to a yellowish white. That's not a big problem. But I had the idea about those ghosts. I did not want to make them green. Somehow my mind has something. This is a green is for me is decay. I am also have been a long time Nurgle player, not in fantasy but in 40k. So the Nurgle Space Marines, they are always festering green and everything. Now this is not festering. This is already dead. And for me, dead, decay, these are two different things. So I decided to use a color that Carol hates, I know, purple. The only thing is I wanted to make the ropes also purple. No, that's not going to happen, of course, because then you have purple on there are so many different purples. You have purple, you have violet, I know. So I'm going to do the ropes more in a dark red, like orchid. No, it is still a purple, it says. Orchid purple and bruised purple, but it's more on the reddish side. So that is that. And then for the whole Nagash figure, he has two kind of sleeves over here. That I have to do that the same color. And the rest is more of an armor. And I am thinking maybe a more greenish, or otherwise a more copperish color. I'm not still sure. everything that is like his belly, his neck, and of course his little nice little head. I am going to do in a greenish skin, a little bit, yeah, greenish skin tone, as it is in fact not really dead. Snurks. Yeah, I know you hate purple, I know, but it's my mini. No, that's something that's indeed in my head. Undead warlock for me is always, if they use their powers, they always have more purple in them than green. Good. So I have already done a little bit of highlighting on this one, and I'm already quite pleased with it. And in fact, it's for this color. When I gave this all a zenithal highlight, I used my airbrush, and then I decided, hey, I am going to make the ghosts purple, and I have immediately tried out something new, as especially the paints that I use. A lot of times they clog up my my airbrush. Probably more like Baldy, you have to clean it a little bit better maybe, but you can also do very nice airbrushing with inks. The only thing is, ink is quite shiny, so I added a little bit of matte medium, so it's not too shiny, and I am going to use ordinary acrylic paints to to highlight them. I'm not going to dry brush them. Now the whole thing is, this is going to be the reddish darker color, and then I have to go to make a transition into all this kind of purplish color. And yeah, the best way would have been to just not attach these two, of course. That was something, especially this one. But we will see. Whatever, it's painting time. I'm going to start with the robe. Maybe, wait one moment. Maybe it is even, because it's indeed attached in all kinds of manners, and because this one has to be going like that, and that one is not attached to. I did use another base just to get it, of course, just painted. Now I am really, yeah, I did really glue it on really good. Maybe I can. Oh no, that's also a very. The good thing about this kind of plastic and the plastic glue I use. Yes, I will have to do this. It's yes, you can break it off, and when I glue it with the same glue, it will fit perfectly. I will have to repaint it a little bit, but at least this way it will be a little bit easier to paint. Should have seen that coming. Which means I am going to the ropes first. I blame it on all the medication and illnesses and whatever I did have, that I'm still a little bit chaotic. Normally I am really not chaotic in any way. So the bruised purple from Reaper, and I'm going to use a slightly larger brush. Hey, a Reaper, why not? As it is already has a zenithal highlight, I'm not really going to put on a thick layer, so nicely thinned. And if anybody wants to share anything. My chat is link friendly. If you want to share anything about what you are doing, I always try to be. I am interested in those things. Do not always. I'm the social awkward guy. I do like to listen to people, what they have to say. Not necessarily always talk back or give the answers people think that I should be giving. But okay. And I'm also as an old school Warhammer painter. Am I still? Yes, I am still on track. On the camera. I am used to always just put on the base color, then immediately dry brush, maybe even a wash, a few highlights, and you are done. I always forget what I see a lot of other people do is use a lot of different colors to get to one end result color, which gives normally the colors also quite more depth. If you just put on one layer. So that's one of those things that I also still learning a little bit, that you do not always have to start with the color that you exactly want it to be. Sometimes it's better to start with sometimes even a complete different color. That's what I have tried to make a digital mock-up for this mini. I am following Lila Meff, the mini witch, great painter, and she also does make a digital mock-up. So you have to have a black and white picture of the mini you are painting. Now, normally you can get them off the site where you buy the mini. Well, yeah, if you have a photo, you have to transform it into a black and white picture. And with a few, yeah, she has about 3 programs she uses. I use a free program on the internet, and with a few different settings, it literally just paints over the mini and not on the background. So you can literally paint all of this in. Unfortunately, I am really good in choosing my colors. When I see the RBG yeah, oh, I have forgotten my throw counter. I will have to add that one later. I don't have a throw counter. Oh. Yeah, I normally, I mean, brushes are sharp things you have to throw. So that's why I throw often my brushes or other things. I am even going to paint, and I did try to make a digital just to see what kind of colors I will be using. Of course, those are not the exact colors that I am using right now, but I have tried all kinds of purple. The purples that did stay, but then I tried a more greenish, a more bluish, a more So literally on Carol's stream I decided to do a more reddish purple for his robe, or if you can call it a robe, and at least for all the ghosts a more violet or purple. And I notice that I have no music. Damn. It's a little bit too silent. And this morning when I started with this whole new layout, well, the layout I in fact had, only I had to change all the things in the way I want them. Yeah, I think that's going to be really great. That bright purple and the darker, almost brown red. Good. I'm going to add a little bit of music. Now I have not. I did once install Pretzel Rock. Also one of the things that once installed, deleted, and now I have it, but it's still not going to work. Now I have to see if my... Yep. If I am right, you should be able to hear it too, a little bit. Oh, in this mode I cannot hear it. The nice thing is, when I started with all this this morning, halfway through I realized my old setup, I still have the old setup. After Scaretober I will go back to my old layout. I've been working last night, the whole night, to get the sound in every part of all the sounds in the on the right level. And now I have made a new one, and so in fact I should do a new test to see if everything is okay. So if the music is too loud, let me hear it. If you don't hear music, let me know too. That is, if you want to hear music. It's not Halloween music, by the way. Now I have to see and to that one is a little bit too loose, but we have something called blue tack. Let's put that. It's a little bit too wiggly, a little bit and I have learned that blue tack you have to activate by stretching it. That makes it a little bit more stable. So now I have to see, because those things are quite long. And how far am I going to go with the purple, and where do I... As in fact the rope ends there. So guess I will add already a little bit of the dark, the Styx purple. And the orchid purple I'm going to use for the more highlights. As I said, I'm not going to paint the books right now. Those are going to be painted later. I'm not too careful about those. And I do see on my screen that the purple of the it looks more blue here. I'm going back to my other screen for a moment, just so I can see how the colors look on my tablet. Oh, I forgot a whole part to paint. And of course, my tablet does not work that way. Come on. There it is. No, it's on my tablet it's also quite blue, but believe me, this is all very nice purple. Hey, Mechanical Frog! Welcome, welcome! Yeah, painting as my community has ordered me to do. The little Nagash mini. And how's Mechanical Frog doing? Still working on all your Battletech minis, I guess. Where do we have more? Over there. Doing well, finishing up a couple of olive green and yellow mechs. Okay. As you all can see, I am not really using a wet blending method for this. Just slowly adding more and more purple. So the paint is still a little bit wet. You could say it is a little, sort of wet blending, but not really. And there are a lot of skulls in there. And a skeleton, nice. Oh, this is the longest part of them all. I think that right now I need to go to the next stage and add a little bit of what kind of purple was this? The wild violet. Wild violet to the orchid purple. Slowly get it more and more into the purple color. I guess I will try to do, I will do one part at a time. Still do not really know how to call this kind of, yeah, the ghost hounds of Nagash, I guess. I only have to watch out that I'm not going too light with the purple color. Otherwise I have to go darker at the end again. And that's not exactly what I am going for. No, I think I am on the right, on the right track. I'll just, this is dry. Oh my god, I have to redo all the holes in this row. Oh yeah, perfect. Exactly right. Now the ghosts themselves are a little bit darker. That's because I used the purple ink, of course. But they will become a lot lighter with the highlights, of course. Now, let's see. Oh, that one is coming out of that one. Oh, nice. So, small mini, little bit of paint. No, that's the wrong one. That was for the robe. No, that was not for this one. For the robe. Now I am really getting confused by all those colors that look a lot alike. Oop, a little bit of the sticks purple, so we can make the transition. Oh, is this an empty one? Okay, then I'll finish that one first. And now I am messing up the whole thing. I see. Yep. Oh god. This one was going to be used for, as I say, absolutely not chaotic. Hey, Viking Pie, hello, hello. October? No, Scaretober. Yeah, it's happening. I am painting that lovely little mini called Nagash. And I indeed must say, now I have started. I've just started, but I see quite some challenges ahead. No, it's no. The biggest problem was choosing the colors, and I already said at the end of the beginning of the stream, I didn't want to use green for the ghosts. As for me, green is more of a decay color, as I am an old school Nurgle player. So green is for me is decay, but decay is still not dead. And well, Nagash himself is not dead. In fact, he's only a lich. Is that a difference? Yeah, that's a big difference. And he's more of a warlock, necromantic type of wizard, sorcerer, whatever you want to call it. So I decided to make the ghost purple instead of green. Just a minor technology, yeah. The only thing was I wanted to make the ropes purple, but then this whole part would be quite purple. And of course you have purple, violet and all that kind of colors, but it's a little, even for somebody who really likes purple, I can imagine that too much purple is also not something you want. So I have decided to at least make the ropes a little bit more of a reddish purple. In this case it is bruised purple, orchid purple. So no, I think Pete would suggest some pink instead. Yeah, of course. Pete would. Maybe I can put some pink mushroom on the base. Who knows? Don't think so, but let's see. And as I said, I am not really careful with the books and all those skeletons that are impaled on the. Can a ghost impale somebody? At least they look like it. But those small details I will be painting over anyway. So right now, not a big concern. Yeah, and there it almost goes. Yay! We need to go to the more. And there's another skeleton body in there. Yeah, and I still thinking a little bit about his because he is wearing armor. To do that a little bit more with yeah, I was thinking maybe copper and green. I tried to make a digital mock-up for the colors, but could not really get the right colors in the drawing program. So it looks all a little bit silly. I used that online program. Do I still have it? Oh, no, I don't. Photopia. I believe that's also the ones Lila Meth shows in her YouTube video. And it normally works really well. And well, it does work really well, but I just cannot get the right purples and the right greens. So it did not really look like the way that it should be looking, or that I would like it to look. Oops. See, I have a little part over there. The rest looks good. The one thing that I need to do now, a smaller brush. You can go. All right. I have to. I saw that a lot of those smaller holes still look grayish on the sides. At least at certain points when I look down on them. There is still some grey showing, or some white. And now I have to sit a little bit different. And the stool that I'm sitting on, it's a kneel stool, so you do not really sit on your bottom, but it's more divided between your knees and your bottom. Well, of course I do sit, but the one thing is that my knees are still not used to it. There's a very nice cushion on it. But somehow, after an hour, no, this is more than an hour, after 3 hours, my knees have something like, we like to be in another position. And yes, normally before I start streaming, I do make a little walk around the house, just to get a little bit of a stretch exercise before I start streaming. And I totally forgot. Good. So far so good. I do like it. Nagash. Time for a little coffee hydrate. Now I'm really curious. Maybe I should try to get the settings in my camera itself a little bit different. Maybe that should help, because yeah, as I said, this is really purple, but on my screen it is really nice blue. let's see. So this should be what is this? Nightshade purple burgundy. Oh, burgundy wine, right? Because I want to do a little. Sorry, Beta, you were talking. I need something to make a little bit of a shadow color. And a little bit of highlights. Always, I am already working on shading. Even though I do not everywhere have the right base color done yet, or have I? Because now I have to make sure that I keep this darkish reddish purplish color, and I'm not going too red for everything. Let's see, where do we have some nice shadow parts. That's also one of my things. Sometimes I really get distracted is not the right word, but I can get really what's the right word I'm looking for? Really fanatic about certain details that are in fact not really that necessary. Let's start a little bit highlighting, which means I'm going to use the bruised purple and a little bit of orchid purple. I'm already getting very nice purple wet palette over here. Right, let's turn it over so I can as probably most of you know, if you paint, you do painting highlights, always paint in the direction, the brush strokes in the direction where you want the lightest point to be, as most of the pigments will be in the place where you lift your brush up from the Mini. As I said, normally when you, as I paint, you use one layer of, maybe 2 layers of base color, and then immediately quite visible highlights over it. That's what I'm not going to do with this Mini. I'm going with very, very thin paint. I will not call it a glaze. Because that is just a little bit too thick for it. It is a very thin layering. That I am doing. And slowly building up till I get about the color of highlight I want. I'm also not, of course, leaving get 2 sentences at a time. I'm also not that precise right now. I'm trying to get at least the highest points of all the folds in here. But not really concerning about being very precise. I mean, especially all those holes, those will get, because the light is, falling. It's just as the zenith will highlight, the light is falling. Fixated. Sorry, I haven't been watching chat. So fixated for, oh yeah, already know what you mean. Yeah, that would also be a good word for it. I'm quite fixated sometimes on parts and details, especially I'm just starting with painting. So in fact you should be with, start with the bigger parts and then slowly go to all the details. Hey, I remembered something all on my own. Oh wow. Maybe those couple of all work from the inside out. Yeah, those are 2. Indeed, you should in fact try to work from the inside out. But this is such a lot. I mean, when I start painting with Nagash itself, yeah, this is all quite loose stuff. It's all wiggly. So there's not really a real inside. Yeah, there is an inside, but there is not really something that I can say that is the really deepest part and I should work from there outside. But of course the parts that are facing up do right now need quite some attention for the whole does need some a lot more contrast, so that we need deeper. We need darker shadows for the folds. Let's add a little bit of black. Sorry, this is not black, it was noir black. So even blacker than black, it is double black. I will add, and as always, black is a very, very powerful color. So instead of getting a reddish burgundy wine, I get a almost black with no red in it. Wow, this gives an almost dark purple color. Still not dark enough, I guess. I think so. Maybe it's even better to really start with using the black itself, so that for the shadows. Now on smaller models it would be easier to just use a wash, but especially on these big models you have a lot of surfaces that are just quite flat. It will only stain the whole model. I learned that from my first Games Workshop giant I painted. Gave it a nice, a very nice flash color. Used a flash wash. It did not turn out very good. It was it did look almost as if he had the measles, but very big measles. So I did set it aside and decided someday I will get the answer to the question, and then I start painting it again. Right. Yeah, one day. One day. One thing that I want to do right now. Oh, nice. Everybody who is subscribed to my channel, I made VIP. That means that if what? Oh, oh no. There's something new on Streamlabs, apparently. Everybody who subscribed to my channel in Streamlabs, your text is coming in a box, so I can really nicely see that you are subscribed and that you are talking to me. So I now get free drinks. No idea. It's only for me easier to see who is subscribed and who is in chat of my subscribers. No, this is not VIP. And yes, you are a VIP, but also a subscriber. No idea what. Another thing that I have to look at. Those programs are really nice, but sometimes I did have a update yesterday from Streamlabs, so maybe that's one of the updates. Oh, by the way, this should be going the other way. Is this starting to look like the thing I want to? A little bit. I have painted quite some big minis in my days, but this is one of the weirdest I have painted yet. Just because all of the loose stuff around it. Still, as I say, a nice challenge. So I'm still very glad that that you all made it. Otherwise it would he would still have been up there in my shelves of possibilities. Now I only have to make sure that I more or less finish it also in this month. But then I have also decided I will not paint this whole mini. A bit of peer pressure can do a lot, yeah. And sometimes a little bit of peer pressure is good. It's not always something bad. But I do need to get painting again. Not so much only for myself, but I have a few commissions lying around that I still need to finish. One of them should already have been finished, but and yeah, I had planned to do a lot of that stuff in the past 4 weeks, but okay, it is a bit of a excuse, but still. Procrastinating is still one of those things that I'm also good at. Well, I will do it when I have time or when I have holidays, and then this happens. Start to like the even know if you can see it, the difference. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Oh, that's a ghost. Is it getting? No, that's not getting better. No, it's still wet, and the ghost is in the way. The blue ghost, well, the other way around. It's still quite purplish, but also getting a little bit of red. But I am not very pleased with the shadow. So I guess of real black. Very thinned down. Because it is the first time that I really paint a model like this. I am indeed a little bit struggling a little bit to find the right way for the whole way of getting the right colors and more I should probably more wet blend on this kind of big model. Large surfaces. So I didn't want to go for pure red, of course. But I guess if I add a little bit of more red, just for a little bit more highlight. This deep red is still quite dark. because it's of course it's cloth, which means I cannot use pure white as a real. Now I could add a little bit of white, of course. That would be no problem. But then you get a more pink color. Hey Pete, yeah. But especially with red, I like to use a lighter color of red to highlight a darker color of red. So you still keep red. Before I just squeeze anything out, what was that color? That was the color for the highlight. So orchid purple, yes. Well, this is not going to be a showcase model, but I am trying to get it a little bit for my skills a little bit in that region. Even as a war games player, the general is most of the time not always the biggest mini on the table, but at least the most important one, so he should also look that way. I should use more of a wet blending technique, a very thin down paint technique. I think this was a good choice. Right here on the edge, like a little bit of a edge highlight without really getting too light. While preparing for Curse of Strahd, I saw the new Loot Studios bundle is Night Hunters, which vampire. Okay. Oh yeah, it's October. Oh nice. Right. I'll see if I'll have a look-see after the stream. And that's I've cleaned up my what I call my attic. I do not really have an attic, but it's part of the house that normally is not used as storage room or anything. But I am using it as a storage room. Why not? Finally, after 3 years, I cleaned it all up. All the stuff that was already for years in there that I do not use. Brought to the thrift store or even thrown away if it was too damaged. And I had something like, let's also my 3D printer. I've printed enough again. Let's just put it aside, break it down, but there's not much room there. And if I am 3D printing, it's on the table. So I set it aside, and I decided, yeah, that's something I can do this afternoon. It's a few minutes work. And then a certain Waller Kutisk, Willem, came with the question. Well, he had already asked me, but I of course forgot. Roy, I have been looking for some Night Goblin fanatics. Those are, for those who do not know, Night Goblin fanatics are the best weapon you can have in your Goblin army. And they are also called ball and chain fanatics, because they are completely crazy and they are just whirling around with a ball, a large chain with a big iron ball on the end of it. And the only thing that they do is literally just turn like crazy. And after the first round of combat, they do not even know where they are going, so they are really just going everywhere. But those models look really cool. Most of the times the balls are just as big as the whole model. Anywho, Willem wanted a few of them. I do have a lot of them, but they are already painted. And of course, he had been searching, could not find any. So I thought, no, let's have a look. I did find some. So my printer is still working right now. Which is good, because now I probably am going to print some more if I like the Loot Studios stuff. So thank you for reminding for that. Probably at the end of my stream, the music of Doctor Who will tell me that the prints are ready. So after the stream I can have a look at them. On screen I don't think you can really, and I'm still painting too high. There. Well, you can at least see that it is starting to get a nice dark red color. I am, by the way, a little bit afraid that if I am going to paint this whole model like this, I probably will need some time in November too for it. But I am certainly going to finish it. That side, so this side should not be too light. Except for certain very certain parts that are really sticking out or that are edgy enough. So, oh, what I wanted to say, if you see some, I don't know, oh, I don't know if you have seen the models, but if there is anything that you can use in for Curse of Strahd, let me know. I don't know what kind of busts they have. I think it is now about time to go to a smaller brush. Let's see if I can. There. Brush. Because I am going to give the all those holes. You would say that if you are such an important guy, that you are the supreme lord of the undead, buy some better clothes. Oh my god. Or conquer some better clothes. Or something. No, but this, yeah, this just like nowadays with the jeans. Oh my god, your jeans are ripped. Yeah, it's designer. Okay, yeah, well. What is designer about it? Yeah, you pay $100 extra for them. With the holes. Yeah, with the holes. Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah. Nagash was a little bit ahead of time, I guess. Real designer clothing. Okay, yeah. Never thought of that, sorry. This is, by the way, the first day since 4 or 5 weeks that I've been sitting on this chair, or on this stool, for several hours, almost all day. And my bottom is telling me I'm not really used anymore to be sitting on this stool so much. No, then get used to it, because I am planning on sitting on here a lot more again. enough stuff that I want to get painted, want to get done. And as long as I am, I start working on Monday again, but only for a few hours a day. So I will have some time. Oh, you bought a painting light. Okay. An LED light or also one that you can travel with. A normal fixture with a daylight bulb. Okay, yeah. That's indeed a good investment. You can see the, especially when I changed my indeed from TL tube lighting to daylight, that was indeed quite a difference. Do you have any vampire like STL? No, yeah, I do have some vampires already. They did already do a vampire. Luther did already do a vampire adventure. One of the first they made, but there were no werewolves in it. But anyway, I do have a few other ordinary vampires from Games Workshop, for example. purple over here. And I use the same tactic for this purple. Just adding a lighter purple to the mix. Just to get a little bit of a lighter a little bit of a lighter purple and a little bit of a darker purple for the shadows, and especially these, yeah, let's call them tentacles. You can see really this is on the top, this is on the down, on the bottom. Trying to do here is to just wet blend a little bit of white in it. Goes. Edge highlighting this part. Fortunately, on screen it still looks quite blue. And I think you remember after the stream, we'll see if I can get into the settings for my camera. And I mean, this one over here. Because I think that is the problem. It's not a big problem, but I mean, but if I'm painting something purple, I want you all to see that it is purple. If my screen already tells me it is blue, or looks blue, what part did I just paint? You here at the book. At least you can see that there is a, please, like the colors are, yeah, if they are different in the pic, they will still be close. Yeah, no, they, on screen they are really bright blue, and this is really, really purple. The only thing that is This looks almost like a brownish red. Well, it is a quite dark red, so that is okay. But I mean, if I look at my my layout, that nice bluish lightning, it's almost the same color as the ghosts. And no, they are really purple. So I have something to do in 15 minutes. I must say I'm already pretty happy with the whole rope thing. Especially because it's not too bright. And the purple is... Hey, David Cole there! Wash your bridge with spirit. Huh. No problem. I think it's a little bit too yeah, even though it's a little bit too expensive for that. That would be alcohol abuse, at least in my book. But welcome, nice to see you. How are you? To be honest, what I am saw your Rust tutorial, might try it. Yeah, okay. To wash my brush, I need a channel point to wash my brush in the booze and not just drink it. Oops. I mean, hydrate, yay! And you know what? I do have coffee, but to be honest, I have the bottle over here. Yep. I might be, I'm not going to wash my brush in it, but I'm going to, oops, let's do it like this. Oh, can you see what, attention, percentages. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. Funny thing, yesterday I did buy my own birthday present. My dear mother does know that I started to like whiskies, but yeah, she doesn't know anything about whiskies, especially not the whiskies I like. So yeah, she gave me some money to buy myself a nice bottle of whiskey, an expensive one. I mean, 70 euros, that's almost $70 for just one bottle of whiskey. Irish whiskey, that is, even. Of course, I did have to give it straight to my mother, so she can wrap it and keep it till it is my birthday in December. But I will tell you, that is not a bottle that I am going to use on stream. At least not for the reward points. But while I was at the liquor store, I also saw a very nice, or very interesting bottle of rum. And I could not hold myself back, so I did buy that one. And I tried yesterday a little bit. Ooh. I do know the name was Papa something, and it's from the Philippines. I should not have bought that one. Damn, that was a really really great tasting rum. And I have still to do, I have the last few weeks I have ordered 2 weeks ago a taste package, or better said 2 packages. One for Scottish whiskies and one for whiskies all around the world. So you get a few, in total I have 24 whiskies to taste. And when I was at the liquor store, do you know which whiskies you are getting? You mean for my birthday? Yes, because I did buy it myself. It's I mean the tasters. Well, not out of my head. This on top of my head. They are. I have them. There's a booklet with every with the 2 packages that tell them what whiskies they are. So yes, I do know. I have tasted the first one. Oh no, that's certainly not going to be the one that I am going to buy. But I guess that's because it has a it's Irish whiskey, and it's distilled over peat. So it has a really strong, almost bitter smoke taste, and it's really a very peated one. Yes, it smelled really good, and I just took a little sip, and it was really like, ooh. The aftertaste is nice, but the taste itself, and I thought maybe the second sip will be better. Nope. Connemara, no, no, it's not Connemara. It does sound familiar, but I don't think it was. You know what? Although I don't find it. The Connemara not too peated, okay. Yeah, the name does ring a bell, but I don't think it was that one. I'll be right back. One moment. Yeah. should have muted my microphone, of course, but okay. And I will. And I am back. Yeah, you did not intend. No, but it's almost, yeah, pro streamer. Anyway, I'm going to quit in a moment anyhow. Whee! There we have it. The tasting collection. It is a Dutch company that does, at least it came from within the Netherlands. This is what you get. The first one I did was the Dragonmore. And you said the Connemara. No. Dragonmore Connemara is not in here. So I have a Dragonmore, a Cardew, a Glenkinchie. I'll probably butcher all those names. The Tolwini, Talisker, Clinalish, Singleton, Cole Ila, Locando, Oben Little Bay Royal Lochnagar, and then Lagavulin. Yeah, little booklet with where it is made and how the bottle looks. And look. There they are. Those are the 12 Irish whiskies. Nicely, and you can see I still can. They're Scottish whiskies. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I said I don't. This is the Irish whiskey. They also have, by the way, the same packages for rum and tequila. So, and these are from all over the world. So, it's in fact the same whole thing here with the booklet of how they think. A Dutch whiskey? Hello? I didn't know we made whiskey in the Netherlands. Well, it will take up time till I am there because I want to do the Scottish first. The Vink Triple Wood. Sounds good. And they also have, yeah, interesting. Yes, we have multiple Dutch whiskies even. Then, by the way, it's whiskey without an E. Although Netherlands is with an E. Damn. Now I am, because I do know if it's in the yeah, it's a whiskey without an E. Because Dutch is, there's no E in Dutch. That's what they told me. You only put the E in the word whiskey if the country where it's coming from is with an E. But then if it is a Dutch whiskey, it would be from the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands there isn't. Never mind, we know all what we are talking about. So those are this is my new hobby, as if I didn't have anything else to do. And of course they only tell me the booklets where it's from, who made it, where it is bottled, how it is kept. It does not tell anything about the taste. So I found a new shop in the city I went to for my for those groceries. The 3D prints are ready right at the end of the stream. So yeah, I found a nice notebook for my favorite whiskies. Well, okay, the first one is not my favorite. but it gives a nice. It's in Dutch, of course. Why? But it gives a nice hint of what you can try to get out of the whiskies. Good. So page. No, they have already one filled in, so you can you have an example. Because I don't have anything else to do, like painting a few minis or whatever. Good. This was you get better at tasting after really trying to taste a couple of them. Yes, that's and as far as I know. I went to the whiskey is Scottish, whiskey is Irish, slight brewing difference with Scottish being more smoky, peaty. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I went to the hotel school. And we had a teacher that teaches us a lot of about wine and everything else. You're doing the same tasting coffee. Yeah, everything that has to do with tasting. Just tasting one is nice, but he also told me if you really want to practice tasting stuff every day, at least 2 different kinds, so you can yeah, it's just like with painting. Practice, practice, practice. I always sucked with those. Also with wine, because yeah, well, I am a wine lover also. But the problem is deducting. My brain has a big problem with deducting. I'm the anti-Sherlock Holmes. I notice a lot. You tasted a bit too much wine. No. Those few liters I have tasted. No. It's when I taste something, I do know what I taste. Only my memory cannot come up with what I am tasting. As soon as somebody tells me it's that, right, that was what I. Something about that is, but that's with a lot of. But I say deducting is not my, certainly not a thing that I'm good at, or my brain is good at. I do know the answer only. But no, I think I will certainly enjoy this. And that is where I will end my stream with booze. So yeah, thank you all for joining me for the chat. It was really interesting. Also, thank you all for getting me to paint this nice guy. Yeah, I'm even starting to enjoy it. So